I was talking to this brother of mine, and he told me, said, do you know that that time it was brother Michael? I said, you know, brother Michael is spending whole days in the secret place praying. I said, what? I said, yes. I said, he's spending hours upon hours just praying, not singing, praying. And then later on, I'm very sorry to say this, later on you see that guy rising above others. And then maybe you are even part of the same church, part of the same grace, under the same grace, and then you would tell me it's just the grace of my father. Great musicians, great musicians, gospel musicians. We have Minister Michael Mahendere. We have a lot of guys. But one thing that I know that made that guy to stand out, I remember years ago, we were driving together going to, I think we were going to Chitungwiza from Harare. So as we were driving, we were playing these songs, and then there were tongues within the songs. The kind of prayer that was prayed from that, from Harare CBD to Chitungwiza, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. The kind of excitement that I would see in his eyes as far as prayer was concerned, paying the price. I remember there was a time, we were young. We were still young, of course. But that was like those days. I remember I was talking to this brother of mine, and he told me, said, do you know that that time it was brother Michael? I said, you know, brother Michael is spending whole days in the secret place praying. I said, what? I said, yes. I said, he's spending hours upon hours just praying, not singing, praying. And then later on, I'm very sorry to say this, later on you see that guy rising above others. And then maybe you are even part of the same church, part of the same grace, under the same grace, and then you would tell me it's just the grace of my father. No, it's knowing what to do with that grace that made him different. You don't just wake up there. You don't. If there's a man that I know who is deliberate, is that one. I remember one time we were sitting, I think it was the beginning of this year. So we're sitting somewhere, we're just talking, and he was sharing with me some of his ideas and some of his plans. If you hear the words that were coming out of his mouth, you know, I don't care whether you have issues with such a man, whatever. I don't know. I don't care about that. I'm just telling you the part of the story that I know. Man. And then after discussing that, and I'll be asking, so after this, so what are you doing for that dream to manifest? Certain heights, there are fastings that have been invested for certain heights. I have seen people trying to copy certain men without knowing what men did for them to be who they are. Yeah, funny things, funny imitations, and trying to be, jumpy and so on. Come on. Don't be a joker on God's altar. Don't be a joker. Don't speak like men if you don't know what backs men. The investment. What it takes, the demands for a greater destiny. The demands. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. So certain people are running in destiny while certain people are walking. So what determines the running is the strength that have been received from the platform of waiting upon the Lord, serving the Lord. People don't rise in this kingdom by chance. No. Your current investments are a prophecy of where you are going. They are a prophecy. They are a prophecy of where you are going. They are a prophecy. Yeah, and my brother is one of the most sought after musicians in this country. You can't have a proper gospel function without him. Exactly. But it's not just something that happened today. I remember there was a statement, that certain people said some time back. I know of a guy who has a very good voice. I will not mention his name because it won't be fair for me to do that. I'm not comparing people. but this is for learning purposes. It's a very good voice. He's so sharp. But sometimes, I wonder. I remember talking to this other guy, this other brother of mine. He said, why is this guy so sharp and then he's nowhere? He's nowhere in life, so gifted. Why? Because the gift is not backed by the right investment. You can be sharp, you can be so good, and yet your voice will never break beyond the four walls of your house.